Good afternoon. Has everybody been able to find us yet? We've moved. I'm Heidi Crowell here at Simon Says Stamp headquarters in Columbus, Ohio, to show you the You Are My Favorite release. We've had a little technical glitch, so we've got people joining us a little bit late today because the last live hiccuped, so we had to start a new live with a new link. So I'm going to give people some time to go in. I see Deb Catman in Northwest Ohio. What part of Northwest Ohio? I grew up in Northwest Ohio. Are you from? Giving people time to come in. I see George is in the house. Cleveland, Ohio is in the house. Oh, good. Laura Vance found us. Yes, we are back. Reed and Brian are working quickly behind the scenes to get everything set up and live for us. So thank you. Thanks to both of you. And thank you all for joining us today. We've got lots of fun things up our surprise. I've done a few different things today. I was inspired by the theme, You're My Favorite, or You Are My Favorite. Any of us that has kids has probably been asked the question. I know my kids ask me. As a matter of fact, Abby in the car just the other day, she's like, I'm your favorite, right, Mom? You know, just joking and playful and having fun. So that inspired me today to think about my favorite products. Many of them are Simon Says Stamp branded products, which I guess is the luxury of being here at Simon Says Stamp. We get to curate products for you, for your hands. And a few of the products I want to showcase today, we were able to curate with the help of Tim Holtz. And oh, I love them so. We've got samples and fun surprises for you. And we had a little bit of backlash in one of our recent lives because we didn't do a giveaway live. So I want to make sure that we do a giveaway live today too. So if you're watching us live, I've got a couple of fun things for you. One, you have a chance to win a $100 gift card to Simon Says Stamp. All you need to do is be active in our chat. We have a chat here in this YouTube live, and all you need to do is comment, tell us what your favorite Simon Says Stamp things are, as well as a little bit about what you're liking with the products I'm showing. If you have any ideas on how to extend the life of the products, we're all ears. We always read your comments. Reed right now is moderating them. And I know we have links. Has anybody from Simon Says Stamp, I think Beth is moderating our chat, been able to pin this You Are My Favorite release to the top of our chat? What that's going to do for all of you watching is you can click on that link and you can see all of the products that I'm talking about today. And I do have a few surprises up my sleeve, but those will be easy for you to find too, because again, it's You Are My Favorite. So I've got some of my favorite products that might not even be part of our Simon Says Stamp release today. I think that's most, oh, hey, like and subscribe. That does us a huge favor. If you give us a thumbs up, if you subscribe to our channel, then you get to see more videos like this, and we get to keep providing you with great, awesome, fun, interactive, and really beneficial content. So give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, you know, all those fun things with social media. One other quick announcement before I get into the inspiration. Tara is very busy downstairs making the Be Happy kits with our class instructor, Callie Person. That class is going to be live for anybody to watch May 23rd at noon Eastern Time here on our Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel. Callie Person is going to be teaching me live along with all of you. We have a kit that's available at a very reduced price for now. Tara is wrapping up the last of those kits. We have already started mailing them. We know that those kits are going to be selling out soon. So if you want to get that $99.99 price for all the products that Callie will be using in class, you want to make sure to get that while you still can, because that price is only going to last until our kits sell out, and our kits are very close to being sold out. So thank you to all of us who have joined our previous, thanks to all of you who have joined us in our previous classes, because these classes are really fun. I've got to be the student along with all of you, and Callie's going to be coming here. I hit my pants. I'm not making funny sounds. Slapped my leg. Callie's going to be coming here to Columbus, Ohio, and teaching us live on our YouTube channel. The class is free, so anybody can watch it anytime on our YouTube channel. Okay, so today I will be showcasing inspiration with our You Are My Favorite release, and I'm going to slide in some of my favorite products. Ta-da! So these are some of my favorite products that happen to be part of the You Are My Favorite release. This is the Lilac Embellishment Mix. Beautiful. Just put a little drop of a glue dot or a drop of glue on your project, and you can add these lilac. I think they only retail for like $3.99 in our store too. I also happen to love yellow is my favorite color. So we have duckling, these yellow, they're almost like confetti sequins. These are part of our You Are My Favorite exclusive release. We just launched this release this week here at Simon Says Stamp. So these products are part of the release. We did also do a bundle of 6 of our existing ink pads. Pucker, Blush, Cheeky. I got the colors right, didn't I? Yep, Pucker, Blush, Cheeky, Taffy, Sweets, and Bubblegum, along with their re-inkers, are now all available as a bundle of 6 with the re-inkers at Simon Says Stamp. So if you click on the You Are My Favorite store header on our website, you'll see all 6 of these. And we do them as a trio on purpose. So you have 3 different colors that work well together, complementary, especially when you're doing florals, and this time of year is really a hot time of year to do florals. I happen to love, 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 no joke, our positively saturated inks. There is only one ink. I would love for you guys to guess. There is one ink that I love more. One ink pad that I love more than our positively saturated inks. I know there's a little bit of delay in the chat, and I'm curious if anybody can guess the one ink that I love more than any, even our positively saturated inks. And I'll tell you what, it is my favorite. Okay, I see people liking the ink trios. I'm glad you guys like the colors. I'm waiting to see some of the guesses. Does anybody have any ideas or any guess what my #1 favorite ink is in all of our crafting community? The positively saturated inks are wonderful, yes, but I have one ink pad. Let me clear the scene for the best. And I'll tell you what, I was making samples all week and I used it and it reminded me how much I love my favorite ink. Anybody guessing? I see oh, people have guessed. Yes, VersaFine Clair Nocturne is my by far favorite stamping ink. We have it branded here at Simon Says Stamp. I'm gonna tell you a couple fun facts about this ink. One, it says pigment. When you use it in a MISTI, you only have to stamp it once. You know how some inks you stamp over and over again? In my experience, I've only had to stamp it once. We also have re-inkers available for this ink. I wanna show you. I have some samples that, here's a good sample. I made some of my samples with this ink. This is a stamp set I'm going to be showing you later today too. How beautiful are even the details on this beautiful ink. It is the Simon Says Stamp VersaFine Clair. It's made by Sukaneko. A couple of fun facts. One fun fact is the pricing on our website right now for these inks is pre-tariff. So we're retailing this ink pad right now for $7.99. I can pretty much guarantee you that that price is going to be going up. Our current inventory was here before the tariffs. We have a little bit left. I'm telling you, they're airmailing us in some now. So we do have some in stock at our $7.99 retail, and that price is only gonna go up. I know this isn't part of You're My Favorite release, but I will tell you, this is called Big Botanicals. This is a stamp set as part of the You Are My Favorite release. See if I can get that in the camera. How gorgeous is this beautiful botanical stamp set? And I happen to use this VersaFine Clair Nocturne Simon Says Stamp ink right here to make all of my samples today that you're going to see. And it was a dream. It was low stress, really high quality. I did this on the 130 Tim Holtz cardstock, and this is the Tim Holtz black cardstock I attached it to. This was actually, Tim does this in his lives, and I was like, this is such a good idea. how he showcases how beautifully these dies cut, because there are dies available with this stamp set. And I will give you another insider piece of information since you guys are live with me today. These dies were made in China overseas. Many of you might have heard that our lone US manufacturer for dies, there used to be only one US manufacturer for our craft dies. They abruptly closed in February. The timing was terrible because of the tariffs, but I was able to get a lot of our products from this release here, most of them, all of them here, before tariffs. So the pricing on the Big Botanicals dies right now is pre-tariff pricing. And the other great thing about our dies is they are detabbed for you. Our new Chinese-made dies are coming to you detabbed. Right now, they're at great prices. I do anticipate, like the rest of the world, my daughter just asked me yesterday, we were going for a walk, and she's like, Mom, tell me, they were talking about tariffs and math. She's like, talk to me about tariffs. And I said, well, tell me a little bit more why you want to know what's going on. She said, my favorite sweatshirt company is having a 70% off sale. And my math teacher is telling me it's probably because of the tariffs. I guess they had an open conversation about it at school. And I said, unfortunately, Abby, I think that 70% off sale is because your favorite sweatshirt company has their sweatshirts made overseas and now they're not able to stay in business anymore. We are lucky at Simon Says Stamp because most of our products are made in the USA, but we do have some that I'm going to call out for you today that are made overseas, including these dies. Oh, that got darker on the screen. Are you guys adjusting the screen, or is that just...
Not. That is...
Maybe it's just the cards I'm showing.
It was.
Okay, these
it was that
beautiful...
dark purple card. It was just the autofocus.
The purple threw us off.
Yeah.
So these cards were all made with the Big Botanicals. Oh, Joe Seisvath created this one. I'm going to keep showing. I had a lot with this particular stamp and die set. This is from Heather Hoffman from Houses Made of Cards. I really like this too. This reminds me of my school colors. I was a blue jay, blue and gold, back in my day. And this card is by Cindy at CRN Cards. A lot of cards today with this particular set. So I actually think it's our bestseller right out of the gate too. This one, or maybe Kathy's Inside Greetings. We'll have to look at the numbers for that. But people are loving. Oh, and this card is by Cottage Cards. Gorgeous cards, and all of them are using the brand new from Simon Says Stamp Big Botanicals stamp set. We have dies available separately or as a bundle. The dies are right now priced pre-tariff pricing. I know we're tired of hearing about them, but I really want to emphasize to you guys, we have products right now that are pre-tariff. I'm not raising the prices of this stuff yet. Some products you'll see the prices are starting to go up. I'm not going to raise the prices until our prices go up for you. So when I get a new shipment in at a higher cost, then I will raise my prices. But for now, our stamps are made in the USA, so I don't anticipate a price increase on those. But these dies, once they sell out, I will need to restock them probably at a higher price. Okay, so these are the Big Botanicals. Oh, that's a good one to show next. So Reed's got Kathy's. These are called Inside Greetings 1. This is a Kathy Zilski stamp set. So I'm starting right out of the gate with the ones I'm seeing you guys are responding super well to. And if you want the ink for this, I'm telling you, the Simon Says Stamp VersaFly Fine Claire Sukaneko. It's a great value at $7.99. We have reinkers. It stamps like a dream. If anybody uses this and it doesn't stamp like a dream for you, I want to hear about it. You can reach out to us at Simon Says Stamp. I'm very confident that you're going to like how that turns out. Okay, I'm getting some inspiration with Kathy's stamp set. This card, I'm not totally sure who made this card, but this card has the inside greeting. Think of you during this difficult time and surrounding you with love and light. So this is a good time to go through the sentiments. This is one of those staple stamp sets. Sometimes occasions happen that you don't want to have to send a card to. Sometimes it's very meaningful to send a card when people are going through something. Thank you doesn't begin to cover it. You are the best. I just wanted to drop you a note to say I love you, I miss you, praying for you. We are holding space for you. You are in my thoughts. I knew you could do it, so very proud of you. Happiest of birthdays to you. Sending so much love to you on your birthday. So grateful for your repeat trip around the sun. Another over here. Here's to having the best birthday ever. May your day be full of cake and presents, and then more cake and a few more presents. Sending all the congrats your way on this fine day. thinking of you during this difficult time and surrounding you with love and light, which is what we just saw here on the inside. And big thanks to the most generous person I know. So grateful for you. Thanks for everything. I love the font on that. We don't have coordinating dies for this. I'm considering whether or not we should do coordinating dies. Sometimes inside greetings, this doesn't necessarily need a die, but I think some of these inside greetings would actually be nice on the outside of stamps. So outside of their cards. So we've been toying with the idea, and I'd love to hear from you guys since we're live. Yeah, I adore CZ too, Nicole. Sentiments, yes, Lori, lots and lots and lots of sentiments, but we're trying to toy with the idea, should we come out with dies that coordinate with these? And I've got some more inspiration for you. This one uses thanks for everything. See how this is actually on the front of the card. See, people are using them on the front and the back. This card is by our local friend, Mary Reiner. She put that inside sentiment on the outside of her card. See, there's no wrong or right way to craft. That's what's so nice about crafting. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just got to do it however you like. And isn't this gorgeous? If you guys want to see more inspiration, all you need to do is look up the product on our website, and we try to put alternate images with the product. Wow, look at this. What? Natalia Norberto Hasbum. What? She used the Inside Greetings stamp set, the Simon Says Stamp Astro Maria stem die, and the Simon Says Stamp layered hummingbird, distress crackle paint on the cardstock, and metallic wax on the die cuts. How cool is that? And then she used this I miss you sentiment, and she cut it out herself. How cool is that? Natalia, I love that. I mean, if you guys could feel this, it actually looks like metal pieces, but they're not metal pieces. They're die cut paper that she put metal wax on. Reed, how's it going over there? I see your hands up. Is there a comment about that? Gorgeous?
Yeah, there's a comment about the inside greetings. I would say about 95% of the people are saying yes, they would like dies for this.
Oh, 95%?
Yeah, I don't see any no's.
Dang. That is overwhelming. Kathy Zilski, we are going to need to get to the drawing board for dies on these. Y'all heard it here first. We're begging her to do dies. Great. Okay, I like dies too, so I'm down with that plan. I still have some more cards. Oh, Natalia, look at this. This, Natalia used the You Are the Best. See, not everybody is using them on insides, but you can obviously use them on insides. I've got another tag. Happiest of birthdays to you. Sending so much love to you on your birthday. So grateful. Look for your repeat trip around the sun. Look to the light. The light got a little bit. I mean, oh my goodness. Natalia with another tag. Wow. And you guys have to see. This is Natalia, so you can look her up online. I mattress _ handmade _ cards. Look at this frame. I'm trying to get the light to go better. Oh, I guess I need to get that black out. Okay. This is a 3-dimensional frame. So gorgeous. And she used the inside greetings in the front and this little background right here. Oh my goodness. This inspiration today is just really remarkable. And who would have thunk with an inside greeting stamp set we would have so many great mixed media pieces. Happiest of birthdays to you. I miss you. I haven't really done a good job at looking to the insides of these cards, but you get the picture. They are inside greetings, so they give you something to say. I don't know if you struggle with something to say on the inside of your card. I know I do from time to time, and so this gives you, this is, again, the Kathy Zilski CZ Design Inside Greetings 1 stamp set. Okay, this, we're starting with a few of my favorite things since this release is called You Are My Favorite. Is it called You Are My Favorite or You Are? It's called You Are My Favorite. So here we go. These are the You Are My Favorite products. All right, moving to another one of my favorites. This was curated in conjunction with Tim Holtz. Now, he had some advice for me. I had already, he had advice for me to die cut the stamped images and put them on a black backdrop, like you guys saw me do with the lilac. This was his advice. See how beautiful this is? He does this for his life. I already had some stamped alphabets that were die cut, so I just went ahead and used them on a board, on a whiteboard, because you know, I'm one of those people that always likes to be contrarian and try things a different way to see what it looks like. So yeah, I tried these a different way, and I don't know if Tim's watching right now, but he was right. I think the black looks, and I got my inky fingers on this, but I wanted to have these die cuts here to really illustrate. This is the monogram alphabet set, and Tim helped us curate this stamp set. If you remember, our current card kit has a stamp set in it. It's the, is it the June? No, it's the May card kit of the month. The May card kit of the month has a different stamp set in it that Tim helped us curate. And we had so much great art from that stamp set, we decided to make complimentary add-on stamp sets. And this monogram, because there was alphabet in that, let me slow down. The stamps were inspired by the Tim Holtz wallflower papers. I don't want to tease y'all, because these wallflower papers are long sold out. They are part of our May card kit. So if you're a subscriber, you want to grab that May card kit, you can still get some of the wallflower papers. But Tim was gracious enough to work with us to curate some stamps to go with that kit. And if you notice, look at the art on the papers. That's where this monogram alphabet stamp set was inspired. And this is part of our official You Are My Favorite release.
They're asking about the Z in the monogram.
That's the Z right there.
Cool.
It's down here. I know the Z, it's a very monogram looking Z, but yep, that's the Z. So this is called monogram. These are the coordinating dies for the stamps. Again, these dies are pre-tariff pricing. So I don't know, can you look up on the website really quick for me, Reed, or maybe somebody in the chat can? Look at all these dies, and they're already detabbed. I just remember being floored at what we needed to retail these dies at because the price was so affordable. And here I stamped and cut all the dies and attached them to paper so you can see how beautiful. What is the monogram die set retail for?
They retail for $22.99.
$22.99. Yes, that's amazing. And the stamp set's $24.99. So you can get them together or as a bundle or separately, whatever you prefer. But this is our monogram, and huge thanks to Tim Holtz for helping us curate this. And while we're talking about Tim Holtz helping us curate, we have another set. You will see samples using this set on our website and also in our blog hop. I know Beth Opal created a really beautiful card. This stamp set was also curated with that same art from the Wallflower with Tim Holtz. And Fly Today is the name of the stamp set, and then the Fly Today dies are here. Now, I had tested all of these before I talked to Tim about the black backdrops. So this is on a white backdrop, and I know we all prefer the black, so going forward I'm going to use the black backdrops. But this is how beautifully they cut. So look at the detail. Look at the detail on the leaves. These dies, already detabbed, cut beautiful leaves, the flowers, the birds, really, really easy to use. So this is Fly Today. Okay, now I'm going to move on to, what should we do next? Anybody have any thoughts? Oh, I wanted to show you a sample before I move on too far. So this card, Mom, Heather from Houses Built of Cards made this card, and she used the MOM from the monogram set. But monograms are also really ideal for literally for monogramming. One of my favorite flowers, so I guess we're on the favorite theme, is a lilac. This is a pristine lilac embossing folder. It is a 3D embossing folder. Again, I highly recommend Gina's Intracut, Gina K Designs Intracut. It is one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite. I highly recommend her Intracut when you're using 3D folders because you can just change the dial according to the thickness of your folder, and all brands' folders tend to vary in width. So the Intracut makes using that really easy. And look at this card by Callie Person. She used that famous blackout technique where she embossed a piece of paper, blacked out all of the unembossed areas, colored in the embossed area. Can you guys tell on camera that that's embossed? I mean, it is gorgeous in person. That lilac I don't think the camera's doing a very good job, but that lilac is literally embossed. So that card by Callie Person. I've got another one. This is by CRN Cards. And it's interesting because Barbara Terrio used the blackout technique, but she used it with blue. And this Susie Plantamura gem, she die cut her lilac because yes, the die cut is also, is there a die cut available separately? Reed, I think Reed went to the bathroom. So we can ask Reed when he comes back. So these are all using the pristine lilac embossing folder. Oh, you can hear me.
I can hear him.
He wasn't really going to the bathroom. He just left the room. He's probably testing things. Was there a die that goes with this pristine lilac embossing folder? I don't remember seeing one, but if Susie Plantamura fussy cutted that, I don't think, oh, Reed's like, Heidi, there's a paper I printed here with all of the list of things on it and pristine. No, I didn't think there was a die. Susie Plantamura fussy cut that. So gorgeous. Fussy cut that, but man, dyes really do make your life easier, don't they? I've got another embossing folder. This one is called Fresh Sprigs. Beautiful flowers. Wait till you see the inspiration with this. Callie Person. Oh, Callie. She used some metallic cardstock. These flowers you're gonna see coming up a little bit later in the live. Cindy from CRN Cards created this beauty. And I really like the simplicity. Mary Reiner, all she did was emboss on a piece of paper and then color. I think she might have even used pencil to color to add detail to the embossed sections of that card. And what a beautiful, fun card to make. Oh, and I found another, well, I'll show that in a minute. Kind of all over the place with these. Okay, so these embossing folders. You are my favorite. Getting back to today's release, we're showcasing products from the You Are My Favorite Simon Says Stamp release. It just went live this week at Simon Says Stamp, and I'm telling you now, these are pre-tariff prices, so you can look at our prices and know they're not gonna stay this way forever. But especially like these embossing folders, these are made overseas. So we do anticipate a price increase on our embossing folders coming up when I reorder them, but all of these are pre-pandemic prices, or pre-pandemic, oh my gosh, pre-tariff. I know those are like the big things that stand out in our minds the last few years, right? Fantastic florals. So this is not just only the embossed folder, 3D, but also there's 2 coordinating dies that come in the package with it. And I'll show you what that looks like. So this card by Susie Plantamura, so she die cut those fantastic florals after embossing them. And then this gorgeous Samantha Primer created this gorgeous with oranges card just embossed.
You were right. Pristine Lilac does have a die.
Oh, it does have a die.
It is only available as a bundle. You can only buy it with the Pristine Lilac embossing folder and die together.
So what that means, okay, good to know. So the Pristine Lilac embossing folder actually comes with the die. I must have just separated it in my samples today. But so y'all know, it does come with that embossing folder. Now we're talking about fantastic florals. This card, I love the oranges. See how she cut out? She embossed and then cut with the coordinating dies. You can see the dies in there, right? I'll show y'all. Why am I just showing you through a screen? I'll just show you the actual dies. They actually come to you in the package like this. So this is Fantastic Florals. A few more samples. This one's really artsy by Jean Doringsfeld. I love your color selection, Jean. It reminds me of a C.J. Hendry drawing. Does anybody here know who C.J. Hendry is? H-E-N-D-R-Y. She is this magnificent artist. She's on Instagram. She draws with pencils things that make it that look real, like you can reach out and touch them. I think she's got over 1 million followers. C.J. Hendry, H-E-N-D-R-Y. She's Australian. This is also by Barbara Terrio. And then Joe Sisavath did his, what do you call it, reverse. So his embossed is indented, whereas debossed, that's the word. Reed, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't mind when you interject with such great, at all, interject anytime, so thank you. So these are all using the Fantastic Florals. And I want to go to another something that I happen to love, and I hope you all love too, and these butterflies. They're truly exquisite. So let me show you one cut out. Cindy from CRN Cards cut this out, and the dies even have little raised edges to make the little, I don't know what you call those little marks on the wings that give it texture. So this is a die. Let me get it. I'll take it out. Multiple pieces, but only 2. And see how the die has the wing textures on it? And then you can cut out the additional pieces. Like it looks like Cindy cut this one in black and then added the black wings, the black stamens, the black body, watercolored the actual card. How gorgeous is that? Sending you smiles. Thank you, Cindy. She used this Exquisite butterfly, S999, which I feel is kind of like a lucky number. It's the end of a series, 999 Exquisite butterfly. Also using the Exquisite butterfly, but in a little bit different of a way. This card is by Barbara Terriau. And when I say a little bit different of a way, because she also used the Delicate Lattice stencil to create the background behind the Exquisite butterfly. So this is the Delicate Lattice. And our stencils are made in the USA, so I don't anticipate a price increase on the stencils, but you never know, because as the demand in the United States is going up, because a lot of people who used to have their stencils made overseas are now having their stencils made in the USA. As the demand goes up, prices do tend to change. So I can't guarantee we're not going to be raising our stencil prices, but for now, they are $6.99 for a 6x6 stencil. And this one, Delicate Lattice, goes with just about anything. I mean, my goodness, anything. Stencils can give you a background for anything. Oh, this is another one of my favorites. Okay, let me get set up for this one. This is called Flowering Frame. This is when I listened to Tim Holtz, but has this happened to you guys? Like, I cannot find, which die is it? Thinking of You. I could not find, I dropped it when I was making these samples, and I cannot find my Thinking of You die anywhere. So I put it uncut out. So here's what I need to cut. Obviously I stamped it with my VersaFine Clair favorite ink. You know, this is the Simon Says stamp branded. This stamp set is called Flowering Frame, and I really wanted to take a minute and show you why the dies, I understand why you guys love the dies so much. These are pre-tariff. These were actually made in the USA. Look at the detail on these beautiful dies. They're cutting out the insides of the flowers. You can see where those black marks are. I put this on the paper very lightly so that I could lift it off and show you the extraordinary detail. I mean, who could fussy cut that? I don't know. Who would want to fussy cut that? You don't have to fussy cut it. These are the Flowering Frame dies. They coordinate beautifully with the Flowering Frame stamps. Have faith, thinking of you, congratulations, love you, get well soon, missing you, thank you, today and always. And look at these beautiful pieces. There is not a die for every sentiment. You can see the front of the packaging. We did the really detailed ones that would be difficult to fussy cut. We did not do a today and always because I thought you could square cut that pretty easily. Sometimes we make hard choices. That was one. Love You, Get Well Soon does not have a die. Those are also easy to square off, especially if you have those sentiment nesting dies. Those are good for everybody. Again, these are the Flowering Frames, stamps, and dies. And I'm keeping this favorite ink because I have just had the best week of stamping because all I used was this as my black. A lot of times I intermix, it depends. Like in a class we recently did, we used one ink pad because we were watercoloring. Sometimes we're using Copic, so we need a Copic friendly. This is not a Copic friendly ink pad, but I wasn't doing anything with alcohol inks this week. So I was able to exclusively use this ink pad and I really loved it. I hope you can see on the Flowering Frame. Oh, we have inspiration with the Flowering Frame too. Let me find, oh, my goodness. Nina Marie Trapani. Look, she made a picture frame, or you took a picture frame and made it into a picture for your shelving, your nightstand, your bedside table, your coffee table. You want to jazz things up for the spring. Make something, freshen up your house, freshen up your office. Gorgeous work, Nina. How are we doing, Reed?
We're great. We have 2 questions. First is there a re-inker for the VersaFine?
There absolutely is a re-inker. I don't have one in my studio. Oh, wait, I do have one in the studio. Yes. We have a Simon Says stamp re-inker for the VersaFine. Again, the prices you guys see on the website right now are pre-tariff prices. I believe it's $7.99 for the ink pad. We're not going to be able to hold that price for much longer, so I wanted to make sure I called it out during my You Are My Favorite release, because this is my favorite.
The second question is, how do you store your dies at home?
Well, that's probably not something you guys really want to hear about, because I have them stored so many different ways through the years. I'll try a storage system. I've got some in binders. I've got some on magnets. I've got some in these little pockets, these Simon Says stamp pockets that we sell. Mostly they're in my Simon Says stamp pockets with the image on the packaging in there. Not this particular pocket. We actually have some pockets on our website, and I think if you search Simon, maybe who's ever moderating can find our Simon Says stamp clear storage pockets that you can fit dies and stamps into, and then I put them into those fridge bins.
There you go.
That's how most of mine are stored, but I will say through the years I've gone back and forth. It just depends. So all of this inspiration I just showed you while I was chattering was using the flowering frame, stamp and die set. And Nina, oh my goodness, what is that flower? The flower she used is probably from an older release. Nina, if you're in the chat, would you mind telling us that is so gorgeous how you've blended the ink on that? Maybe you even used pencils.
It's the embossing folder from this.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not even recognize that.
She pulled the front card off using the die.
Wow. So she used this embossing folder and this die to create that flower. And it is 3-dimensional. Gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Nina, we're going to display this here in the office. I hope you're okay with us keeping this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Speaking of Nina, I know who her favorite mother is. we can segue pretty easily here. Nina, who just made that piece of art, her mother created this Mandala Blossom stamp set, which also has coordinating dies already detabbed for you. Mandala Blossom stamps, dies, and then also a set of 5 stencils. And when you see the samples, you will see that people have gone really off the rockers with these stencils. A lot of people are using the mandala. So they're just the typical layering sample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can layer them in 5 different colors. On the back of the packaging has an illustration of how they layer. 5 6x6 stencils. And I'm going to show you some beautiful pieces. This one is made by Nina. So Nina's mother designed the stamps, the dies, the stencils, and look what Nina did with it.
A couple of you commented that you'd like to see a video of the frame that Nina made. Nina just commented that she hopes to have that video up soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Oh, this frame. Nina does a really good job of collecting. When we do Zooms, we get to see she collects pretty colored glass and like vases and things. And so she's probably along the way picked up some beautiful frames in her collecting at the vintage markets and things. So back to Nina. Her mom is Anne Marie Trapani. And I have not only the stamps, dies, and stencils that Anne Marie designed, but you guys, she mailed us projects. I think, is this the first time? Oh, the second time she sent us projects, but she sent us 3 projects. So Anne-Marie created this gorgeous card. I mean, it really is a family affair. And there's a lot of Mother's Day themed products in this release. So how appropriate that Anne-Marie sent us beautiful pieces of art. And how cool is it that Nina's mother is a graphic designer?
Anne-Marie is also in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
Anne-Marie, thank you. We love your illustrations and your cards and the fact that you're willing to do all of this for our Simon Says Stamp crafty community, because Anne-Marie, this is by Jessica Vasher. Anne-Marie was not normally, we don't see her around. She hasn't a per se crafter, I guess you would say, but then she has been welcomed with open arms into our crafting community, and the cards and the illustrations that she keeps coming up with are knocking all of our socks off. So I hope she keeps it up. We really appreciate getting to work with her, and my goodness, to be around these beautiful designs. Again, that's the Mandala Blossoms. If you want even more inspiration with the Mandala Blossoms, you can look at our blog hop that's happening right now at simonsaysstampblog.com. We've got designers from all over the world who are using these products to inspire us. I wanted to show you, this card was using that lilac, the pristine lilac embossing folder. And also, this is by Joe Sisavath, the Hey Sis. So we have a series of sentiment strips based on sisters. So we're not just celebrating mothers in this release, we're also celebrating sisters, those of us who are lucky enough to have sisters. I mean, it is the person, I think Amanda, who's here at Simon Says Stamp, she has a sister she was talking about the other day, how close they are, how they can just go to each other's houses and help themselves to the water and go to the bathroom and just, be comfortable in somebody else's home, and that would certainly be a sister. And over Easter, my sister-in-law was at my house. We hosted with my family, and we were telling my brother that my biological sister and I were talking about how if we were to build a sister-in-law, if we were to build a wife for my brother, we couldn't even have gotten one as wonderful as who he ended up marrying. So she is a sister-in-law, but we still consider her a sister. And these are sentiment strips that you can cut with scissors or cut with one of your guillotine trimmers and create little sentiments for your card frets. So this is a sister theme. We also have more Mother's Day products in this You Are My Favorite release. This is called Mother's Day. I was like, is it really? Yep, it's called Mother's Day. So this is a set of 4x6 stamps. There we go. You can see all the sentiments. On this Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, to the best mom, wishing you the best, may you feel special, to the best grandmother, to my lovely mum, to the best stepmom, to my best friend, I'm thinking of you, to the best bonus mom, I hope you know how much you are loved, to one truly great mother. Your love made me who I am. And the beautiful butterflies. We do have a die. This is actually it's 2 dies because it's an outline and then it cuts the inside. I know I have samples for this because I saw them and I'm sorry that I make a mess over here, Reed, and then you've got to come over here and move it around.
Oh, you're fine. While you're doing that, just a few questions. Are the made card kits shipping?
Ooh, I found one.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, the May card kits have started shipping. We're in double kit production right now. We've got Callie's class kit and the May card kit of the month, and they are both shipping right now. Kudos to Tara and our fulfillment team at Simon Says Stamp. They're getting those out the door pretty quickly. I sat those down while I was talking. Thank you.
Yeah,
all this beautiful inspiration with the Mother's Day. This one by Kristen Sluhan, and this also by Kristen Sluhan. She die cut, actually no, she white embossed that. It almost looked like a die cut from this angle. The Mother's Day sentiment from the stamp set. And then Meg Brooks, She die cut hers with purple. There's something special about purple and yellow, Reed.
Hey, you're telling me. Let's go Vikings. We picked up a Buckeye last night on the first round of the draft.
Who'd you pick up?
His name's, I better look it up so I
It's
pronounce
okay,
it
you
correctly.
know it off the top of your head.
He's an offensive guard. His last name's Jackson, but his first name is Donovan Jackson. If anybody knows that from the Buckeyes, he'll be looking good in purple.
Reed is a huge Vikings fan, so we gotta talk about that. My son came home last night in a decent mood after watching the draft. He is a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
He said that they didn't get the player he was hoping they would get, but they got somebody pretty decent. Now, gave me $1 million, I couldn't tell you who that was, but it was nice to see your 17-year-old son in a good mood, you know what I mean? Okay. Mother's Day is coming. Speaking of sons, Mother's Day, Callie Person created this gorgeous card. And then also Barbara Terriau created this. And the product they have in common is this bubble flower and leaves set of dies. So you can see how Callie cut and ink blended hers, different colors. She cut hers in white. And then Barbara actually cut hers in a cream or ivory colored cardstock and embellished them with a little marker. Again, this is the bubble, flower, and leaf set of dies. Also, another beautiful floral set of dies are these sweet, tiny flowers. So you're gonna see a few projects coming up that have these little sweet, tiny flowers on them. For example, this card is set with another product, but you're going to, oh, I was wrong, let me go, that's different. This is the card. This is Jessica Vasher. She used the sweet tiny flowers on this card. And I love these little tulips that Barbara Terriau put on her card. And Jean Doringsfeld made a wreath from her sweet tiny flowers. S1005, Simon Says stamp, exclusive product made, well, these are dies, so they were not made in the USA, sadly. We don't have any more die manufacturers in the USA in the craft world. But these are available only at simonsaystamp.com, and we ship worldwide for you. Now just remember, if you're watching us live, you have an opportunity to win a $100 gift card to Simon Says Stamp simply by commenting. And you can comment what your favorite things are. I would love to know what your favorite Simon Says Stamp products are. This is Flower Breeze, which on paper is not very impressive, but when you see it on paper used with other paper, like Heather Hoffman did here. See that? See how she has the background paper, die cut a piece of white paper with this Flower Breeze, and then you can see through behind. Another card that really articulates that same concept is by Betsy Green. Hello, fellow Ohio Betsy. This also used the Flower Breeze die, and Betsy made hers into a shaker card. Now, there is a set of products. Are those square dies around anywhere, rectangle dies?
Yes.
Those are here, right?
Yes, they are. The A2 rectangle.
I just want to take a minute and talk about rectangles. Okay, perfect. If you like to make shaker cards, one really popular way to make shaker cards is by using dies and creating the negative space. Look at how massive this set of dies is. How many dies come in here? I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to open it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's at least 20 dies on here. So this, and they're all detabbed. Good note. So these are A2 size. So the largest one is A2. And if you like to make picture frames like this, you can use the negative space. This is just me playing around, and you can make shaker cards with it. I'm going to show you, I die cut a bunch of squares to showcase. This is my leftover piece of die cutting. I just wanted to show you guys how many squares. And Reed, well, I guess who's ever moderating the live can tell us, what is this retailing for? This A2 rectangular, because this is a massive value. It's detabbed. The value is, the price is probably gonna go up just because, let's be honest, we've already talked about that 100 times today. Look at all of this, so you can make frames too. So if you like to make shaker cards, the frames are nice for that. Look at all of the squares. All of these are made from these dies.
It retails for $19.99.
$19.99. I'm just saying, guys, I'm not going to be able to sustain that price once we get a reorder and it's got tariffs on it. That is a great value for $19.99. And it's really high quality, easy use. I made all of these myself. Look at all the beautiful rectangles of this 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. I guess we already said at least 20. So you can layer them together like this on a card front. You can make windows to make shaker cards. You can make your own windows by layering them. You can take your school colors with graduation coming up and make squares and rectangles.
This is a tiny bit off topic, but it's about the monthly card kit. Kathleen Mills asks, can I subscribe to the monthly card kit and add it to my order I'm working on from the new release? The best way to answer that is yes. If it's a new monthly card kit subscription, you can add anything to that order. If it's the repeating one and you have already a subscription already going, you need to make sure it's done before the 16th of the month, so it's added to your card kit subscription, all on one shipping price. So I hope that makes sense.
Okay, Reed.
What are you looking for?
The cards, did I put them down below?
Yeah, they're right in front of you. No, you're doing great.
These?
Yep, that's the top one.
Okay, so you've seen this card before because I showed you the flowers, but this used the rectangles from the A2 Rectangles die set. And then Jean Doringsfeld used the rectangles to make this. You can do so many things with rectangles. Maggie Haas created this. It's almost like bricks. And then what a cool background Maggie made here with rectangles. So rectangles can be used, and then we've got some simple basic cards. We've got a cutout on this card that Betsy Green using the rectangle. You guys will, as I show more and more cards, they're just used in lots of different ways, but I wanted to make sure that we showed some inspiration with those rectangles while we were talking about it. And speaking of shapes, we also have these petal-tipped. Beth, can you throw a link in the chat for these too? These are the petal-tipped labels, 8013 SD, another great value. I nested some of mine together to make these literal like frames. So if you're really intricate and you want to nest them, wait, where's the, oh, this is my sample. I found them, Brian. So this is mine that I keep my personal stash here with Reed. So all of these, if you keep them nested like this, which is what I did I actually slid my whole package through the intercut machine with pink cardstock, and I made a bunch of these. But the traditional way is to actually make labels, and look at all of these beautiful labels you can make from this set. It is the petal tipped labels set, and I made some in white. This is Tim's 130-pound heavyweight cardstock, and I love it. Right here, so nice. It stamps nicely, and then you can use these on card fronts. You can layer them together like that. You know, layer them in any fun way, shape, design. Lots of different ways to use these petal-tipped labels. But let me show you what the professionals have done. So Callie Person has created this card. She used our rose metallic cardstock to create her petal-tipped label. And then another beautiful card. This one is by Cindy from CRN Cards. She used our big botanicals in the background there. And then speaking of professionals, Tracy Ware, my goodness gracious, how many gorgeous products she has used on that. I see our postage edge dies, which just got restocked at a lower price because they came in before the tariffs. And the manufacturer, we made some modifications to that die, and it was actually, now it's detabbed and it's squirrel. It's actually a little bit lower of a price than it was last year. So all of these are made with the petal tipped labels. I'm gonna put my stuff back, making an even bigger mess than I normally do, Reed.
Hey, good problems to have. We like a messy office.
Poised primula. All right, this is another thing. I'm looking at the chat now. I know we have a little bit of a delay in the chat, but I would love to know, is there anybody else out there like me who cannot get enough of these detailed florals? I mean, florals, detail florals. This is the time of year when we're all talking about florals and thinking about florals. This is called Poised Primula. This was actually designed by our friends at Memory Box. This card by Mindy Egan, and I'm trying to watch the chat. How much do you anticipate raising prices? Oh, sorry. I don't know, because that's the thing with these tariffs. One day they're 25%, the next day they're 45%, one day they're 145%. Now it's 170 plus what they were in January. Until I actually get my bills and see what my costs are, then I'll be changing the prices. So when that happens, when I reorder product. So when I reorder a product and it's a higher price, I have to, at the same time I adjust the price in our system for what we pay, I have to adjust the retail price too. So none of these are tariff pricing yet. We do not have any of the products that I'm showing you today. None of them, they've all were received pre-tariff. And here's a card by Meg Brooks. And here's a card by Cindy at CRN Cards. And I will say we have another release in May, and a lot of the products in the May release are also pre-tariff, but that's when you're gonna start seeing, I anticipate, because we have some deliveries coming in the next couple of weeks. This is using the Poised Primula, and who in the chat loved, okay, Leslie loves the detailed floral. Oh, I love that you guys like the samples too. The chat's moving kind of fast for me to read. Star Spry, pretty cards, agreed, totally. Love that die, Nanette. Different one. It is frustrating as a business owner, I hear you. When tariffs go down, will you lower your prices? Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's how I roll. Every time, and the buyers here know I'm a stickler. I mean, it's all buyer's job is pricing, right? So every time we place an order, we match what we're paying to our invoice that comes in that we're getting charged, so we know we're getting charged the right amount. And at that time, we make sure that our website charges the retail that we need to charge for that product too. So we're constantly adjusting prices up and down. Yes. And so I just think that it puts more product in your hands if you don't have to pay as much for it. So I don't want to raise the prices. I don't think anybody wants us to raise the prices. But it's just then, I mean, you're all noticing, I mean, hello eggs this year. Okay, I'm going to move on. Well, let me read a little bit of the chat because people are loving the florals. Definitely florals. Oh, appreciate the prices. Hey, I'm doing what I can. I'm the #1 customer here, people. Remember, this whole company started because I was obsessed with crafting and I needed to sell my crafting supplies so that I could afford to buy more crafting supplies. So yeah, I'm a crafter. I'm a diehard. Okay, so I'm going to move to the next product. It's the scalloped floral tag as part of our Simon Says stamp. You are my favorite release. And I've got a beautiful card with purples by Maggie. Oops, there we go. Maggie Hawes. See how she used that scallop tag here and beautiful May Arts ribbon. And I've got some more scallop tags. This one is by Heather from Houses Built of Cards. Oh, and this is one of those Mother's Day samples. Remember I showed you guys a Mother's Day die a few minutes ago? This is that die cut 5 times and stacked. See that? Stacked to make it stand off the card. And this is all by Barbara Terriau. She used the scalloped floral tag to create. See how she did the rectangle and then put the scallop on top of it. So this is the rectangle. And if you can tell on camera, the rectangle has those little indents in it. So when you cut your paper, it has all these precious, beautiful little details on it. And that, my friend, when you're making handmade, is hard to do if you don't have the right tools. So these right tools really make handmade extra special. This card is extraordinary by Tracy Ware. Tracy, I'm telling you, you just send us the most beautiful things using scalloped floral tag here. She actually did her top piece in a Simon Says Stamp metallic gold cardstock. And that is another product that we noticed this week. We're going through all of our inventories for our country of origin for every product we carry at Simon Says Stamp. And our gold metallic cardstock inventory is getting low. So unfortunately, I anticipate a price increase on that probably sooner rather than later too. These are the scallop floral tags. And I'll tell you what, if you look up gold metallic cardstock on our website, we carry lots of brands, not just the Simon Says Stamp brand, but our Simon Says Stamp brand cardstocks are very competitively priced. I buy it in bulk. I've bought it over time. A lot of that cardstock I bought, like the metallic gold, over a year ago. I bought just loads and loads and pallets of it. So we're finally at the end of the pallets, really, for the gold. Okay, I'm gonna go on to something that's super cute. Oh, they're just sitting here this whole time looking at me with this happy face. Look at this little duck trio. Tracy Ware, look at you. How gorgeous is that card with a little flecked black paint in the background? This is the Duck Trio. It's gonna come to you in an envelope. These do. This is actually 2 dies, but it cuts out all these different pieces of paper. And so you can add your little wing and your little beak, cut him in yellow. You can cut your feet in yellow. So you can cut like this in yellow if you want, and then add him to piece him together, paper piece the color, so you're not necessarily coloring with marker. But you can do all kinds of messages. You could do Happy Mother's Day from all of us. You know, I would put my name, my brother's name, my sister's name, and Happy Mother's Day to my mom on there. And then Nina Marie made a cute tag. She used that scalloped set of dies I showed a minute ago, put a little happy duck on the front of it, or from a duck trio, and created this tag. So this is the Duck Trio at Simon Says Stamp. Along the duck theme, I also have a Peking duck die. Peking duck is S996. See him? Betsy Green. I think this is a Betsy Green card. Is it? Yes. It's funny. I'm a huge fan of Betsy Green. She is an illustrator. She is a professional graphic designer. And we are lucky enough that she works with our Simon Says Stamp branded products. And when I see a card, you know, do you guys have that? You can see a card sometimes and know who made it on social media. And when I hold a card, I can tell if it's a Betsy Green card typically. And so that was Betsy Green. And who made this card? This is a Jean Doringsfeld shaker card. Love that. And the foam, so Simon Says Stamp has foam rectangles available. They're not part of this You Are My Favorite release. They were part of a prior release, but our foam makes making a shaker card so much easier because our foam is die cuttable. It's a white cut foam. You can cut it with a die cutting machine, I should say, and it makes making your shaker cards a dream. This stamp set is a little hard to interpret on screen. It's called Timeless Blossoms. And we've done a really good job. Our illustrating team is getting better and better with showcasing you on the back these layered building sets. They're showing you the building guide for them. This is Timeless Blossoms, and it really just shows you when you put C1, C2, C3 together to form a pattern, it will stamp it over and over again. You can make these 3 things. If you want a video on this, if you go to this item on our Simon Says Stamp channel, if it's not live yet, we will be having a video on how to do this sometime in the coming weeks. And the Timeless Blossoms dies that coordinate with it are already de-tabbed and are sold together or separately. Some beautiful inspiration using it. This one is by Savannah.
Fimmer? Fimmer is P-F-R-I-M-M-E-R.
Savannah at Savannah Land 2.
Oh, that's a different Savannah. That's on me.
So this is one of our newer designer team family people. And she also created this really beautiful card. So what she did is she stamped and then she embossed with white embossing powder, and it created like this beautiful resist for her background. And I love the colors. Did she put colors? I don't know what colors she used. I was looking to try to figure out. I don't know which two, pink and a, you know what? I bet you, if I were a betting lady, these are part of You Are My Favorite Lease. I bet she used Cheeky and I bet she used Bubblegum to make that. Isn't that a gorgeous combination? So these are Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated inks. I was so obsessed with telling you about my favorite ink that's black. I didn't really go into too much detail with our Positively Saturated inks. Our Positively Saturated inks come to you already labeled on the side. You don't have to be labeling them yourselves. They also come ta-da, in a rectangle case, so you can use it to stamp, or you can stick your stamp in there, however you prefer. But the most important part about our Positively Saturated to me is the blendability of them. They blend like a dream. So I love blending with them. They also stamp, because see how Savannah blended here? But they also stamp nice and crisp too. So you can see these are Positively Saturated inks here. They're different colors, but Mindy Egan, look how solid those stamp. So while I'm on this, I'm actually gonna move to that product because we're getting a lot of attention. Nina Marie Trapani, who's in our chat, worked really hard to illustrate this beautiful rose, elegant rose. It's a set of 4 stencils, and you really just layer them on top of each other. You know, obviously this would be the leaves. This would be one of the colors of red or blue or whatever color you want to make your rose. This is a darker one, however you want to make your rose. You pick your colors. There's no wrong answer. Pinks, greens, blues, yellows. I would love to make a yellow rose. But the Elegant Rose set of stencils was actually designed to coordinate beautifully as an add-on to our May card kit of the month. The May card kit of the month is still available while supplies last. I don't think I have, I think I stole the stamp set from there. No, Reed, you don't have to go looking for it. He's probably already looking. But our May card kit of the month, the Elegant Rose goes beautifully with it. I think I was downstairs.
Are you talking about the Beautiful and Curious stamp?
Yeah.
There's another card kit right underneath right there.
Okay, then I'm gonna show it. I was making samples. Oh, good. Is this your mom's?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Reed's mom. Weren't you giving your mom a card? Didn't I say you gotta give your mom?
Yeah, that's definitely what that is.
That's fine. Well, we're Reed's mom. This is your card kit. I'm using it to show on camera. So this is the May card kit of the month. It's a subscription program that you can opt out of anytime. And we were inspired by these designs. First of all, I'm gonna backtrack and just remind you all, we were inspired by Tim's wallflower papers. And I don't think that this even does justice how beautiful they are. See these roses? It inspired us to do an add-on to the kit. So Tim and Nino worked hard to bring this stamp set to life for the kit that goes beautifully with the papers. And then, like I said earlier, if you've been with us this long, you know that earlier I said there were some add-on items like this Elegant Rose stencil set that worked so well with the kit, we decided to add on. In addition, the monogram alphabet was another add-on, and the other addition was this Fly Today beautiful stamp set. They all work so well together. So I just wanted to show you items that were intentionally made to play nicely together while we were talking about this Elegant Rose stencil. The samples I've seen online with Elegant Rose have just been out of this world. So who made this? Yeah, Mindy made this one. So true to life. And then this one by Callie Person. Just absolutely stunning. Absolutely. Nina, you really knocked this out of the park. And Tim as well, Tim Holtz, I'm so grateful that he was willing. We knew we wanted to put those papers in a kit. And I usually start with the papers when I'm pulling together a kit, and then we build the stamp set around the papers. And I'm like, Tim, you know, we're doing we're doing the papers. I'm trying to get stamps. And he's like, well, I will work with you on that. I can help you. I guess the key word is curate. So we curated stamps that work so beautifully. And this stencil set is called Mosaic Petals. Many beautiful cards using, I think, is this neat? Yep, Nina Marie Trapani has a card. It's a set of 5 stencils. And so you can tell, like Tracy wear her card here, you can layer them together to create petals that go mosaic style, I guess you could say. I love the oranges that Samantha Fimmer did here. And then, do you notice how she cut paper to put a sentiment? I thought that was a clever idea. Peekaboo sentiment. I'll call that peekaboo. It's the new technique Samantha showcased for us today. And again, another peekaboo thank you sentiment. All of these are using the Mosaic Petals stencils. How are we doing, Reed?
We're doing great. So that thanks and thank you is actually from a stamp set.
That's my sample. Don't let it throw you off.
Oh, okay. Where is it? Is this one? Yes.
So I was telling Reed that's my sample. I made samples because I wanted you guys to see, I mean, having the dies. So this is a stamp set called With Thanks, a great staple. All of us who love to stamp and die cut. It's a great set. Also has detabbed dies that coordinate with it. So I was stamping with my favorite ink. Has everybody been already apprised of my favorite black ink is the Simon Says stamp Versifying Clear. I can't even tell you enough. I used it and the Tim Holtz 130-pound cardstock to make these great, really sturdy sentiments. I stamped them and then I used these dies to die cut them. And look at the detail. I mean, it even cuts out the O and the SO and the so kind. You know, it cuts out the negative space too. And then thank you. Look how detailed that is. So then if you, I mean, this is something that you can just do. You could just sit and make sentiments, put them in a little jar, keep them on your table. And then as you're making a card and just need to pop a sentiment on the front of it, you've got what you need. So here we have thanks. I bet this is it. Yep. I was like, I bet that's a Sherry Carroll card. Yep. So Sherry used the Big Botanicals stamp set and this thanks from the With Thanks stamp set. And then I like how Maggie Hawes just stamp in different colors. Thanks on the side for everything you do, because this stamp set offers additional support. For your support, I appreciate you. You are, for being you. You are the best. So kind of you. We got with, for your kindness, for everything you do. So thanks, thank you, so kind, and another font, thank you, stacked top and bottom. So you have lots of options for gratitude. And I'll tell you what, that's probably, besides a birthday card, isn't a thank you card like the best card to receive? You know, that's speaking of my amazing sister-in-law, she does a really good job. Her daughters are little, and she does a really good job of getting them to send thank you cards. Like even after Easter and Christmas and birthdays, they always send handmade cards. And it helps that their Aunt Heidi has a craft room that they can, well, honestly, they actually organized my craft room. Over Easter, they were helping me organize my craft room. Joe Sisavath used this Heavenly Heart floral frame. This is one of our 3D embossing folders. And I love how Maggie Hawes also used it to create this background. She used the thanks from the set I was just showing you a minute ago. She gold embossed it. And do you see this? This is vellum. I'm going to pause our regularly scheduled programming for a second and talk about vellum. We talk about favorite. This is our You Are My Favorite release. This is my favorite vellum. So in the release, we have added an assortment pack. I believe it's ice, silver, and bronze. So these are 6 different, and I hope when you guys see them on screen, it does justice. These are totally different vellums. I think Maggie used the ice on this card here. The vellum is die cuttable, it's tearable, and when I say terrible, I mean like you can tear it, not like it's awful. But this is what we like to call half sheet size. It's easy to use, it's already cut to go through a die cutting machine. We have our Simon Says stamp pockets. This is what I store a lot of my things in. And the Simon Says stamp half sheet pockets are made exactly for that. They also fit perfectly half sheets of paper. And I like to cut in half my papers in a huge assortment of colors. And then they're available anytime to slide through my Gina K intercut machine. And this vellum is available at Simon Says Stamp right now as an assortment pack of 6. And these are one of the items that I do anticipate we're gonna have a price increase on. I think in the chat, they'll probably link to this assortment pack. Yep. Thank you very much. Link to the assortment pack. I think it might retail for just like $3.99 or so. This is one of those products that when I restock it, I'm fairly confident the price is gonna go up. At $3.99 for vellum, for a nice high quality vellum like this though, it's a great value. So thank you for letting me stop my regularly scheduled programming to talk about vellum, because you guys see, it adds a really nice, I don't know if you call that graceful, dainty impact on your projects and art, and mixed media people are using it a lot too. So vellum is a hot trend that I am seeing here at Simon Says Stamp. So I want to make sure you know about those products that are going to be impacted us by tariffs, and that vellum is certainly one of them. Here's another really interesting product. We were talking about the rectangles before and also the labels. These are called squovels. Now, what on earth would you do with a squoval? Well, look at this cute little card by Susie Plantamura. She actually made her card squoval shaped, and Nina Marie had the same idea. This is that rose stencil she designed. She made a card by die cutting 2 squovels that way, and Susie used a bigger squoval and cut it this way. So if you're looking for an interesting shaped card, a squoval is a good idea. I'm going to show you that way so you can see how they're really so big. And also squovels add something really interesting for your projects. It's an interesting shape. How are we doing, Reed?
We're doing great. So just a quick clarification on the vellum. The multi-pack is sold out at the moment, but we will restock it right after this.
Oh, well.
All the individual components are still.
I was going to say, I know we have the individual components. Stephanie, if you're watching, will you restock that? Because I know, because our same team that's making all the kits for you guys is also the team that assembles our paper packs. And so I know we have this paper because we have cases of it downstairs. So this is the bronze vellum. This is a Betsy Green card, but she also used the squoval. So hang tight if you want that. Click the notify me when back in stock if you want that vellum, because we are going to be, Stephanie's going to work her magic behind the scenes.
Stephanie says she's on it.
All right, so I can always count on Steph to get that vellum restocked for you guys, because I don't want you to have to wait. If you're picking up all these products as part of the You're My Favorite release, I want you to also be able to get it for 1 shipping and handling cost, and so you can add your vellum for 1 shipping and handling cost. And don't forget, if you guys are chatting, oh yeah, I see Jennifer Martin, it is a fun shape to use like a tag. You know, wedding cards, it'd be a good wedding card shape tag too. Even a tag, like a name tag on a gift. These definitely, I like how you noted that for tags. What type of cardstock is best for blending? There's so many cardstocks that are good for blending. Nina is good. The NEENAH is great for blending. Our Simon Says Stamp cardstock is 120 pounds, and it's a nice thick weight, great for blending. The Tim Holtz cardstocks, the white cardstocks are great. Even the mixed media, great for ink blending. Really, if you have a white cardstock, I just suggest try it. Copy paper is terrible. Copy paper, you will not get good blending results. But whatever white paper you have, try it for blending. Hammer mill is really good for blending too. We use that in Sherry Carroll's class. She loves.
Sherry just commented that that's her favorite.
Okay, there we go. You can tell I was present in class. So Sherry taught us that. Hammer mill is one of her favorites, and that was new information for me. I had not been using hammer mill for blending, but after being in that class with Sherry, she turned me on to hammer mill too. So there's a lot of great white cardstocks, but if you're not having great blending results, it's probably not your ink, it's probably your cardstock. So that was a great question. Here we have the Hopping Hexagons. This is a 3D embossing folder, and I think these cards, especially the metallic ones, really illustrate This one is by Jessica Vasher, and this one is Tracy Ware. Don't they really, really do a good job demonstrating this 3D embossing folder when you use it with metallic cardstock? And I love this Simon Says stamp. This is Simon's, both of these are Simon Says stamp cardstocks. This is our silver, and then this is our rainbow or our holographic metallic. We have it in A2 size sheets and in full size sheets, and going in all, the rainbow going all different directions, all different widths. We have a lot of options for our rainbow holographic. It's one of your all favorites. And then Susie Plantamura created this card. She ink blended, and that really brought out the hexagon too. And while I have this card in front of me, I think I'm gonna sneak ahead to the stamp set that Susie used here, because I just love this adorable little stamp set for Mother's Day. This is the Love You a Bunch stamp set. You saw a sneak peek of it here in Susie's card. And I've got some more beautiful cards. I'll show you this up close. You know, Mother's Day is coming up pretty quickly. Happy Mother's Day. You are wonderful. I love you a bunch. With love. She's holding this little bunny's holding some tulips. She's got a daisy in her hair. Margarita's got a few different flowers in her hair. I think those are probably tulips, and a beautiful bouquet of tulips. So this is a 4x6 stamp set. So it retails for $15.99. And these dies are our pre-tariff pricing. So cut out your stamps perfectly with these dies. They make the most beautiful pieces. Barbara Terriau did just that here. So Barbara actually made a pack of cards. This is a great Mother's Day gift. Don't just give your mom a card. Give her a pack of cards. They could say, happy birthday, you are wonderful, I love you a bunch, thinking of you, missing you. Because chances are your mother wants to send cards to her friends too. And if she's not a card maker, she can use a card from maybe a set that you have made her as a gift. So giving your mom a set of pre-made cards is a great idea for Mother's Day. And then I've got a tag that Nina Marie Trapani created. And that would be nice to put on whatever you give your mom, or a neighbor who's a mom for Mother's Day, or your sister who's a mom, or your friend who's a mom. Or before I had children, I always celebrated my pets. I was a pet mom, and a lot of my friends and I would send each other Mother's Day cards for our pets, and we would put funny little pictures of our pets, or we'd steal something from their Facebook at the time, or what was it before Facebook? There was something. MySpace. We'd steal pictures of their pets and we'd put them on a card in a funny position. So mothers come in all shapes and forms. Wavy background is a clear stamp. This is just one clear stamp. How freaking cool. Renee Bergeron, I want everybody to see her IG, paper_and_mail. She embossed this with white, and I wish you could feel it, because you literally feel the texture. When you see this stamp set, could you ever imagine it being white embossed? I would never have imagined that, and I love it. So Renee, thank you for doing that. She also did it in gold. And then here, I think she used, it's almost like a creamy embossing powder with beautiful coloring. See, she used that delicate butterfly and a thanks. And then Betsy Green used our big botanicals in front for a purple card with a lot of impact, and she put this as the background. So how cool is that? Speaking of cool, I've got another really interesting shape to show you all. This is a stencil. It is called Receding Squares. I'm gonna get it out of its packaging so I can show it to you up close, because you know, sometimes you just see a 6x6 stencil and you don't realize all of the possibilities with it. And when I show you some of the inspiration, Meg Brooks stenciled and masked, stenciled and masked, stencils and masked, shifted her stencil, did the same thing, shifted it again, did the same thing to create this really cool pattern. Similarly, Betsy from Betsy Green Design did this. And I like how Jessica Vasher did hers with black, and she just shifted hers down at an angle. And another Callie Person gorgeous creation. She just shifted hers, I think, twice to create this. And squoval. So she used the squovals to create that gold metallic trim on that card. Okay, I've only got a few more to show you, and it's really adorable. So let me get this cleaned off. What was the name of this stencil?
Receding squares.
Receding squares. How's everybody doing? I must have that. Thanks. Oh, I like that. My cart overfloweth. Well, Gina, I don't know. Are you like me? Stephanie and I were just talking about this yesterday. When we shop, we tend to like fill up our shopping cart with everything that catches our attention. And then once we're done filling the cart with the things we love, then we start trimming the cart. We're like, how many purple ink pads do we really need? Okay, I can take off one of my purple ink pads. You know, that kind of thing. But that's, I understand when you say our cart overflows, because it is, when you're seeing these products and you're inspired to get them, get inspired, grab it, and you don't have to complete your cart if it doesn't fit into your budget. But if you're commenting in our chat today, Gina, you could be one of those people that gets $100, or the person that gets the $100 gift card to Simon Says Stamp. Reed is moderating the chat. Susie Plantamura die cut her stamps to create this cool slimline card, creating a scene. See how great these die cuts work? I mean, they cut the images perfectly, and then it's a dimensional card. She even cut her background city. So this is one of those Geno Blade stamp sets. So Jenny illustrates Stamps Fresh. She's pretty famous in our crafty industry. And she illustrated this: time to go shopping, treat yourself, missing you, it's your birthday. I love spending time with you. Enjoy the little things. Hope to see you soon. Wish you were here. There's a little city of storefronts, which is super fun to color. And then, of course, a bench with a tree and people, or not people, little critters doing fun things, dancing and holding hands, riding a bike, carrying groceries, and of course, a bunny with an ice cream cone, which is what caught my attention on Susie's card. And that bunny with an ice cream cone caught my attention on Callie Person's card too. And the city can give you a little different impact. See how cutesy these cards are? Well, Heather Hoffman created this card just by embossing the city. She used a squoval for her sentiment that she offset with black underneath. She used one of Kathy Zilski's inside greetings for sending all the congrats your way on this fine day. Added some of our dazzling gems, which I love. So nice work, ladies. Really nice work. You know, we've had some gentlemen contributing great work in this release too. Joe Sisavath had some showstoppers. Now I'm gonna go to wedding, my second to last. Oh no, I wanted to show you these squibbles. So Samantha Fimmer, she used the home stamp set from our last release, but she put the squovels to create windows, and we just thought that was really worth you seeing. She also used our foam to create that layered effect on her cards. So I thought these were really worth mentioning, even though the stamp set was from our last release. The squovels are from this release and were really remarkable. So, okay, I'm gonna go to the second to last stamp set. I'll do wedding. I don't know, do we have any people who are chatting with us today who have weddings this summer to go to? I don't think I have a single wedding this summer. This might be the first summer of my entire life that I don't have a wedding to go to.
I have one next week.
Reed's that age. Reed, you've spent like the last 5 years. I think everybody you've known has gotten married in the last few years.
It has to be the last year.
When you're in your 20s, I think there's a lot of that going on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not in my 20s anymore, I'll tell you. I tried to tell my daughter, she said I look younger than my age. And I said, oh, do I look like I'm in my 30s? No, Mom, not that young. But literally, we were on a walk last night, and we had the sweatshirt conversation and the age conversation. But anyhow. Your kids, man, they're the truth tellers. Okay, so this is a wedding stamp set. So if you have a wedding this summer, and you know what, even if you don't have a wedding this summer, if you're in the mood to make a couple of wedding cards and stash them in your stash. Because when you're getting ready to go to the wedding, you're getting your hair done, you got your shoes, you got all that stuff to worry about. The last thing you want to think about is making a specific wedding card. If you've already made one, even though you don't have a specific wedding coming up, you can put it in your stash. I thought this was a cute idea. Wishing You Happiness by Charlene Madrid. Layered it with a beautiful, I just love that blue in the background. Not traditionally wedding thoughts, but I thought it was a really beautiful idea. And then Jessica Vasher did her navy and gold play here. That's beautiful for a wedding card. And then this is actually, this is, I'm gonna play that game. Look. The stamp set is called She Said Yes, but Jessica Vasher is so freaking creative. She didn't need a wedding. She turned those bows into a birthday card. How cute is that? And then she used that, remember that stencil I asked you what the name of it? I keep forgetting.
Receding squares.
Yeah, she used that receding squares stencil to create her background and made a birthday card out of the She Said Yes stamp set. So Jessica may not have any weddings coming up this summer either, but that's really funny, Jessica. I like that. And then last but not least, oh my goodness, Mary Reiner, how freaking gorgeous. Yes, we do have the coordinating dies, which is probably how Heather got her bows. So all of the coordinating dies are detabbed. Again, these are pre-tariff prices. And then I have one thing that is not a card by Mary Reiner. It is a tag. And this is great for those bridal showers, even the at the tables, table favors, or when you give your goodie bag. See, I'm so old, I don't even know the terms anymore. When you get married and you give your bridesmaids, Reed probably doesn't even, Reed and Brian are probably have blank stares on their faces right now. They probably didn't have bridesmaids they made gifts for. But you know what I mean? You make a gift for your bridesmaid. This is good to have in your little bridesmaid's bag. Or if you want to invite somebody to be your bridesmaid. We've got the ring here, best wishes, she said yes. Of course, the cake, which always steals the show. Champagne clinking. This would be great for New Year's too. A bottle of champagne. Beautiful, elegant hands. By the way, I started watching Bridgerton this weekend. Oh, when I was getting ready for Easter, I had just had the TV on. That's what the hands reminded me of. All those women. Does anybody in the chat watch Bridgerton? I mean, the outfits, the hands, their nails and the rings. I mean, they're so delicate. Like, I think it was based in the 1800s. And this just like the beautiful grace and elegance and charm that Bridgerton, the people in Bridgerton, you know, they all have these balls and they get donned up or dolled up and they have their hair done to the nines. I'm looking in the chat for Bridgerton before I go on to this next stamp set.
Every episode is what Teresa said.
So I've only seen season 1. So Susan is loving me some Penelope. Her hair is the most beautiful red, Susan. Oh my goodness, I love her hair. Coordinating dies is the magic at Simon Says Stamp. Went to the experience. Oh, there was a Bridgerton experience. Oh yeah, I see some people are watching Bridgerton. Okay, love Bridgerton. Luckily, my daughter was upstairs. She had a friend over. Luckily, they were upstairs because I didn't know it was going to be so risque. There is some heavy duty like stuff in that show. I was not necessarily prepared for it, but the elegance and the dancing and just the whole theme of a woman marrying off her daughters. I mean, it just reminds me how far we've come in 200 years. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to this chat a little bit. Season 1 was the best season, but stick with it. Okay, I'll stick with it because I'm trying to decide between that and then the Lotus show that I think it was.
I will ride for White Lotus so hard. It's my favorite show in the world. It's so good. White Lotus is amazing.
White Lotus, okay. So I will love the other seasons. I haven't seen Downton Abbey yet. See, I haven't seen a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, but now I'm watching TV again. So is there anybody who has seen both Bridgerton and White Lotus? So I just finished season 1 of Bridgerton. Should I move to White Lotus or should I stick with Bridgerton? If anybody has seen both, that's going to be my burning question for the weekend. I'm going to see my mom this weekend, so we're going to probably catch up on some good shows, or maybe I can get her to watch White Lotus with me. Who are the White Lotus? I guess White Lotus is based on a resort. It's also Netflix, right? Is it Netflix?
It's on Max. So what they do on the first episode is somebody dies, but they don't explain who. And then the rest of the series is we back up a week and we do all the events leading up to whatever murder or whatever crazy event happens. And then the finale, they show you how it all played out. It's so good. So there's 3 seasons. The first one's in Hawaii, the second one's in Italy, and the most recent one's in Thailand at a wellness resort. It's really cool.
Okay. We have a divided audience. I mean, a lot of people haven't heard of White Lotus. Okay. Downton Abbey, you guys we cannot put Downton Abbey in the mix. I can't choose between 3. Choosing between 2, you are my favorite. Choosing between 2 is hard enough. But you're giving me lots to do on a rainy day if I'm not crafting. And you know what? I actually had this on while I was cooking, getting ready for Easter. So you can put these shows on while you're crafting. Okay, I wanted to show you the last set, which is another one of my favorite. It's hard to choose a favorite. This is another one of my favorites from this release. I absolutely adore this Love You Mama set. It's a little bit misleading because it doesn't have to be for Mother's Day. They're just such cute little imagery. There's an elephant with her baby and a cat with her kitten, a teddy bear with her baby, or a dad with a boy playing and wrestling, who knows? A puppy with an older puppy, could be a sibling, could be a parent, a little bunny. And we've got different sentiments like thankful for your love, happy Mother's Day, I love you a ton, best mom forever, love you mama, you're very special, your love is a gift. And I took the time because I wanted to show you, this is another one of those sets that I think, and again, we price them accordingly. I think that if you pick up the dies with these stamps, you're not going to regret it. Look how beautiful they are. They even cut out the little insides between the images. They cut out the sentiments. Even the apostrophe here in Mother's Day is angled. Don't judge my stamping here. I stamped a little bit off. Love you, mama. Even the little hearts are in it. There's a little butterfly. Best mom forever. Isn't that cool when it's cut out? And I'm just like yearning to color these now. And thank you, Tim, for the hot tip to use that black background because they really do make it pop. Again, this stamp set is called Love You Mama, and coordinating die is available. I'm going to show you a couple pieces of inspiration, and then I think we'll be ready to announce the $100 gift card winner, to chat some more, to give any news that I might not have already talked about. This card is by Heather Hoffman from Houses Built of Cards. She added some really beautiful vellum. And there's vellum here in this one too. See, the vellum adds a nice dimension and effect to your work. Really bright. Candace Crawford. Oh, isn't that cool? And then this one by Judy Tuck. The little bunny. And another one by Judy Tuck. This is the bears, but those are watercolored. Really, really gorgeous. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure there's nothing else here I want to show. I'm just going to remind everybody that our May card kit of the month and Callie's class are basically on last call. Do I have notes here? Reed, if you want to change to the front screen, you can.
Yeah.
If you laid down the...
He's in there, the winner.
All right, here we go. All right. Welcome back, friends. Thanks for joining us today. Oh my goodness. This was our You Are My Favorite release. Early on in the chat, I asked people to share what are some of your favorite Simon Says Stamp products. Reed, do you want to share any of the ones that you saw pop up early on and repeatedly?
Yeah, I saw a lot of love for our Positively Everything brushes, as well as the inks. Purple and yellow was mentioned a lot. Zest in particular was a favorite color that was mentioned. And then a lot of people were asking about just the oxides in general. So a lot of ink blending, it seemed.
You know what? That's why it's hard to pick a favorite, because they do different things. Like, it's a good point with the oxides. Oxides do a different effect. You can do different techniques with different inks. I happen to love that black ink. Where did I put it? This black by Sukaneko. It just produces such a crisp, solid black stamp off every time. You don't have to go back from fading. Love it. Oxides have their own features and benefits, which Tim Holtz has lots of videos on YouTube with features and benefits of oxides. I do love oxides too. It is hard. It is like, you are my favorite. It's like when your kids ask you, it's hard to pick a favorite. That black ink, hands down, though. It's nice to hear you guys like Simon Says Stamp products too, because when you like our Simon Says Stamp products, it allows us to develop even more products for you, like this You Are My Awesome, You Are My Favorite release. So let's make sure, if you haven't already given us a thumbs up or subscribed to our channel, now is a really good time to do that. It allows us to keep doing videos like this for you. It shows us that you are watching and that you're interested and you want us to keep doing it. So if you want us to keep doing it, show some love and let us know. We will keep getting the lights, the camera, and the action ready for you. In the meantime, we have a $100 winner. So Cat Weeks, Weeks, Cat, congratulations. You were watching us live today and you were chatting and enjoying the fun. I love watching the chat. I'm seeing comments on vellum and shopping. I'm glad you guys love our positively saturated inks. I love them too. I see Beth posted to our release gallery for you. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I hope that you think that the Simon Says Stamp products are worth your time and energy and effort. I know we all have budgets these days, so spend our budgets wisely. And right now, all of the products I'm showing you are pre-tariff pricing. So I've done my best to warn when the prices go up. I don't want to cry about it, but I probably will cry about it. So Cat Weeks, you will be emailing Reed, R-E-E-D, at simonsaystamp.com because you won a $100 gift card to Simon Says Stamp, and you can enjoy a shopping spree for any of the products you see today or any of the other 40,000 products we have on our website from lots of brands, the best brands all around the world. Is there anything else we need to talk about, Reed, before we say toodaloo?
You mentioned it in the middle of it, but I'm going to hit it one more time. If you're looking for more inspiration, our blog hop is going on right now, and day 2 will be tomorrow. So simonsaysstampblog.com is a great place to start for that.
I love a good blog hop. I think we even have some fun along the way, a free gift maybe. We'll see. So thank you for joining us all. I don't know when we're going to broadcast again, but when we do, we'll put it on our social media channels to let you all know so you can watch and join the fun. Thank you guys for being here. We get to do this with you, all of you from all around the world, live and in studio. It's really cool. And if you're watching us on rewatch, thank you for watching too. I hope you found some things that inspired you today and create joy in your life. Have a great day. Toodaloo.